Hey guys, in this video we're going to draw some simple shapes using the Canvas API. It's a means for drawing graphics. It's useful for animations, games, and data visualization. Heading to our HTML document, we'll need to create a canvas element. Canvas, close it. I'll give this an ID, my canvas, and we should probably set a width and a height. Width equals maybe 500, and height equals 500 as well. Let's save. There's no apparent change, but we do have a canvas here. To better visualize it, heading to our CSS file, make sure that you link it within your HTML file. We can begin styling the canvas. I will select my canvas. I'll add a border. Border, 1 pixel, solid, black. Yeah, and there's our canvas. You can also change the background color too. Background, color, and pick a color. Maybe sky blue. That's pretty nice. So this is our canvas. But just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to turn this line into a comment. We can begin drawing some shapes. Let's head to our JavaScript file. I'm going to store my canvas within a workable variable. Let canvas equal document.get element by ID. The ID is my canvas. To draw on the canvas, we need to get the context. And I will store that within another variable. Let context equal canvas.get context. And there's one argument, 2D. Imagine that context is a painting within a picture frame, and the canvas is the picture and the frame together. That's how I imagine it, at least. To draw on the canvas, we need to draw on the context, the painting itself, and not the frame. Let's begin with a simple line. I would like to draw on the context. To begin drawing a line, I will use the begin path method. Then we need starting coordinates. We'll begin in the top left corner. Type context dot move to, then pass in a pair of coordinates. The top left corner of our canvas is 0, 0. Think of the move to method as if we're placing our brush on the canvas. We're picking a starting position. To draw a line, we have to use the line to method. Context dot line to, then pass in another set of coordinates. So the bottom right corner over here would be 500, 500. Then we will follow this with the stroke method. Context.stroke. There, and there's our line. Let's pick a different set of coordinates. What about right in the middle? So 250, 250. You can continue this line in a different direction. Just invoke the line to method again. I'll take this line from the middle of our canvas to the bottom now. I'll follow line 2 with another line 2 method. If I need to connect the line down here, I'll follow line 2 with 250, 500. There, so we have drawn 2 lines. I would like to draw a line from the top right corner to the middle. My brush is currently down here. I need to move this brush to the top right corner. I will invoke the move to method. And the top right corner of my canvas would have coordinates of 500, 0. Then again, invoke the line to method. And the middle is 250, 250. Cool, we have drawn some lines. We can set a line width. Currently, the width is 1 pixel. Context.line width equals, what about 10? So we have some extra thick lines. You can also change the stroke color. Context.stroke style equals, and pick a color. This can be a color name, RGB values, or hexadecimal values. I'll say just purple. I like purple. We have some purple lines now. That's how to draw some lines on our canvas. Draw lines. This time we're going to create a triangle. To create a triangle, we have to use the line to method. We'll type context.begin path and end this with context.stroke. We'll need to place our brush somewhere, maybe the top middle. To place our brush down, we will use the move to method. Context, move to. So the coordinates of the top middle would be 250, 0. Let's draw a line to the middle of the left border. Context line 2, that would be 0, 250. Let's draw another line. Line 2, maybe the opposite side. That would be 500, 250. And another line. Let's bring it back to the top. That is 250, 0. There, we have a triangle. There is a fill method to fill this triangle. In place of stroke, you can use fill. You can pick a fill color. Maybe you want more options than just black. So that would be context.fill style and pick a color. Maybe yellow. If you need a border, you can use the stroke method along with the fill method. There, we have a border around our triangle. We can increase the border width. Technically, that's the stroke width. Context.line width equals maybe 5. Let's change that to maybe 10. There, that's better. To change the color of the border, all you have to do is set the stroke style. Context.stroke style equals, currently it's black, maybe we can pick, I don't know, gray. There, we have a gray border. So that's how to draw a triangle. Next, we'll move to rectangles. To draw an empty rectangle, we will use the stroke rect method. Context.stroke rect. We'll need starting coordinates, maybe the top left corner, that is 0, 0, followed by a width and a height. So for the width, 250, and the height, 250 as well. There. We have a rectangle. To change the stroke style, we can set the stroke style property. Context.stroke style equals, let's pick, I don't know, red. There, so we have a red border. I think I'll change that to black though. If you need a filled rectangle, use the fill rect method. So I'm going to copy this, paste it, and this would be fill rect. So this will fill our rectangle. If you need to change the fill color, we can set the fill style property. Context.fill style and pick a color, maybe red again. There, we have a red rectangle with a black border. To change the border thickness, you just have to change the line width property. I'll keep that as it originally was. Okay, let's create another rectangle. So I'll copy this, paste it. I'll make the original one black. Let's place the second rectangle directly underneath the first. So the starting position would be 0, 250. And the stroke would be 0, 250 as well. There. Let's create another. This will be a green square. And the starting corner will be 250, 250. Same thing with the stroke. Okay, last one. Let's fill in this empty space. A blue square. And this will begin at this point. That is 250, 0 for the coordinates. So yeah, we have successfully drawn 4 squares. Okay, this time we're going to draw a circle. Context dot begin path, and we will end the section with context dot stroke. To draw a circle, we will use the arc method. Context dot arc, and there's a few arguments. Starting coordinates for the center of our circle. If I place the starting coordinates at 0, 0, the center of my circle will begin in the top left corner of my canvas. Then a radius. What about 100? For the next two arguments, we need a starting angle and ending angle in radians. For a full circle, that would be 0, 2. Then multiply 2 by math.pi. There. Well, it's a part of a circle. But the center is starting in the top left corner. I'll set the x and y coordinates to 100. There, that's much better. What about the middle? 250, 250. I'll increase the radius to maybe 200. The starting angle and ending angle are in radians, so you can change these for an incomplete circle. If you ever need to reverse these, pass in true for the last argument. This would probably be helpful to you if you have a pie chart to work on. Okay, let's fill this circle. Context.fill. Let's change the color. That would be fill style. Context, fill style. I'll set this to maybe light blue. Let's try and draw a bubble. And I'll give this a thicker stroke for the border. Context.line width property equals maybe 10. I'll change the color as well. Context.stroke style equals maybe dark blue. Sweet. So yeah, that's how to draw a circle. And for this last section, we'll draw some text. Draw text. To draw some text, you would type context.fill text. What's some text we would like to add? Maybe you win. Then we need some coordinates. Let's begin at 0, 0. You can't really see it right now. It's above the top left corner. Let's bring it down a little bit. 100, 100. There. Although it's very small, let's change the font. Context.font property equals, and pick a font. Maybe 50 pixels, and the font style will be, pick whatever you want, but I like MV Bully. That's better. We can change the fill style. That's the font color. Context.fill style equals maybe gray. Now, if you need to center some text within a canvas, this is what you can do. We'll need to calculate half of our canvas's width. So as the second argument within the fill text method, type canvas.width divided by 2. Do the same thing with the height. Canvas.height divided by 2. We're almost there. We will need to set the text align property to center. Preceding our fill text method, context.text align equals center. And that's how to center some text. So yeah, everybody, those are a few simple shapes along with text that you can draw on a canvas. If you would like a copy of this code, I'll post this in the comment section down below. And well, yeah, that's an introduction to the Canvas API in JavaScript.